Let's now turn our attention to the United Kingdom. The UK and the European Union have agreed on a new Northern Ireland Protocol. It is a post-Brexit protocol. It governs the trade rules between Northern Ireland and Ireland. The previous protocol was negotiated by Boris Johnson, but it was controversial. It was violently opposed in Northern Ireland. And the new Northern Ireland Protocol was negotiated in London today. The European Commission President, Ursula von der Leyen, met the British Prime Minister. The previous protocol kicked off in 2020 and enacted as part of UK's Brexit arrangement. Sunak says Johnson's protocol affected the Good Friday peace deal. Let's just take a look at what Johnson's Northern Ireland Protocol mandated. Its most controversial clause was a customs border in the Irish Sea between Northern Ireland and the rest of the UK. Even though Northern Ireland is part of the United Kingdom, in fact, it irked unionists in Northern Ireland so much that lawmakers of Democratic Unionist Party resigned in protest. They have boycotted the Northern Ireland Assembly over it. It has remained suspended since last February. Riots broke out in Northern Ireland's capital last April, clashes between Unionists and Irish Republicans. According to Unionists, the protocol undermined the Good Friday Agreement. They have called for scrapping the protocol altogether. And before I go any further, it's worthwhile to discuss the Good Friday Agreement. The historic multi-party pact was signed in 1998. It was backed by two federal governments, the United Kingdom and the Republic of Ireland. It ended nearly 3 decades of violence in Northern Ireland. Over 3,500 people were left dead in the political clashes. The era has rightly been called as the Troubles. A soft border was a major draw of the Good Friday Agreement, a soft border between Northern Ireland and Ireland. And this would ensure free movement of goods, services and people. But the UK's decision to exit the European Union complicated the soft border concept. Ireland still remains part of the European Union. In fact, the ex-Prime Minister Boris Johnson had vowed to keep the soft border in place. He later backtracked and agreed to create a customs border in the Irish Sea. But after assuming power last year, Sunak vowed to set this right. Irrespective of their ideological moorings, politicians across the British spectrum know the significance of the Northern Ireland deal. They understand its importance for maintaining peace in Northern Ireland, lest the region falls back into deadly spirals of ethno-nationalist tensions. Let's just listen in to what the Labour Party leader, Keir Starmer, had said.
Frankly, any step in those directions is going to be an improvement on what we've got, which is why I say with confidence we expect to be able to back the deal if there is one this afternoon or whenever we may see it. It's not going to be a surprise. It's not going to be out of the blue. We've been working on these problems for a very, very long time and know what some of the solutions are. Look, it is almost inevitable that the ECJ will have to play some part in this. I think the Prime Minister recognises that, the government recognises that, but we've got to make progress. I think, we owe it to the people of Northern Ireland to get on and fix this.
However, some big questions remain. Questions like if the new protocol would be backed by the unionists, by the hardliners in the Brexit camp, by hardliners in Sunak's own party. Another question concerns the fate of Boris Johnson. His deal has been ripped apart. Is this the end of Johnson's political future, or will he spring up some surprise on the British Prime Minister? WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.